Am I excited to make this video? Absolutely. Am I excited about the stuff in this video? Absolutely fucking not. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It's your host, the smoothest fingers in the gaming industry. You know who it is, your man ZAZ, the guru of this gaming shit. Now today, let's go ahead and get into this topic and let's spin the needle. And man, it sucks that this generation of gamers isn't going to experience what we experience, and that's just the reality of life, man. So today we're going to talk about Modern Warfare 2. You're probably wondering about the title of this video. No, why not? Why am I not excited for a game and for something that I have loved pretty much my whole life? For those of you guys who are new to this channel and seen a lot of these Cyberpunk, Titanfall, Apex style of videos, and even a little bit of Halo and some Minecraft sprinkled in there. No, that was not always the goal. Minecraft, yes, but that was not always the goal for this channel. Mostly when this channel started, it was a Call of Duty gaming channel, and I really built my channel and built off my reputation pretty much from Call of Duty. Now, I started playing Halo. That was pretty much my first introduction into competitive video games. It was pretty much Halo 2, Halo 3. Those of you who keep calling Modern Warfare 2019 Modern Warfare, we don't even refer to Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare as Modern Warfare. We call it COD 4. It's always been called COD 4, and the OGs know that. But today, we're talking about not only COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2019, we're talking about my most beloved game of all time, Modern Warfare 2. This game is heavily controversial in many people's opinions and many people's understanding and many people's respective viewpoints when it comes to the landscape of video games. But for me and for what I've done, and was that this game is probably single-handedly the most effective and greatest video game of all time. It took risk. It didn't pander, I guess you could call it, right? It didn't do any social justice warrior stuff. It didn't do any of that. It just was set out to make a good video game. And that's what happens when Vince Zampella and Jason West have good funding. For those of you guys who don't know, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 1, Apex Legends were all created by the same developers as Modern Warfare 2. Pretty much, you know, there's obviously different people there, probably, you know, different positions and stuff that were a little different, but the co-heads of those studios at Infinity Ward were the same people who made Respawn Entertainment what it is today, and the success that Apex Legends pretty much is today as well. So again, these people have been making video games for a long time, and I just don't see that level of creativity, that level of art, and that level of love in these new games in Call of Duty. It's pretty evident that Vanguard's pretty much the worst Call of Duty that's come out, I don't know, in a long time. I know a lot of people are going to say Infinite Warfare, but they bundled that with Modern Warfare Remastered. And I said the same thing should have happened this year. They should have bundled that with maybe World at War Remastered or Black Ops 2 Remastered or something along those lines for Vanguard to pretty much get that over the hump. Or even, you know, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. That would have been great. Actually give us the multiplayer. Golly. I think it's rocket science out here for these guys, man. You really think it is. All right, so this is coming straight off Charlie Intel. Charlie Intel is pretty much the #1 reporters or reporter of Call of Duty information. I always go to them, always have gone to them for information on Call of Duty. They do a really good job when they're sticking to Call of Duty and not talking about, you know, politics and stuff. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Modern Warfare 2. Why the hell they decide to call this Modern Warfare 2 when there's already a Modern Warfare 2? It doesn't matter how great this game is. This game could be arguably one of the greatest games of all time. It's still not going to surpass the legend and the nostalgia of the other one. They're just playing off of it right now. They're doing this for marketing, and I absolutely hate this. I hate how they rebooted Modern Warfare. I did, but at the same time, I was like, okay, if they do one Modern Warfare, cool. They could have literally just named this Call of Duty Modern Warfare and gave it a new name, just like they did with Black Ops Cold War. It was that simple, man. It would have been something they could have done, but no, they had to make it Modern Warfare 2 just to go, hey guys, guess what? It's Modern Warfare 2. There's another Modern Warfare. These guys aren't creative at all. They're really not. They don't know how to name their titles, and that was evident with Black Ops Cold War and Vanguard. Like, fucking Vanguard, dude. At least it was a new IP, right? At least they named it something new, but geez. So, first thing we notice off the rip is Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. Bro, when I seen these leaks, man, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. For those of you who are asking me what took me so long to do this, it took me a lot of time to digest that this is actually happening. Like, this is an actual thing that's going on right now, that people are actually excited for Warzone 2. Do y'all think Warzone's good? Like, what in the notion did this happen, or where did this come from that people think Warzone is a good video game? I don't get it. I really never understood it. I played Warzone for about like almost 100 hours when it first came out and grinded it and made a lot of videos on it. If you go back and watch my channel, you'll see all those videos. And I told you guys from day one, this isn't really that good compared to something like Apex or the other battle royale that they made, Blackout. This isn't really that good, but it's enjoyable, right? If it's improved upon, it will be good. They never improved upon it. The footstep audio was still trash. The camping in downtown was still bad. The buying loadouts and stuff in solos was terrible. They didn't increase or decrease the money for what you were playing. The crossplay was garbage. You couldn't select if you wanted to stay on PlayStation or Xbox, or if PC just wants to play with PC. The hacking was abysmal. I could go on and on and on. Warzone is one of the biggest flops, in my opinion, in terms of creatively sound and ambitious games of all time. And I think obviously it just was bad from the ground up, and it wasn't optimized. It was terribly optimized. It was so bad, man. I can go on and on. Like I said, I can go on and on. I'm not excited for Warzone 2 at all. It is what it is. They say they both will be built on a new engine. I call bullshit, because Modern Warfare's engine wasn't new at all. It wasn't new. It was revamped, but it wasn't new. And the same thing with Halo Infinite Slipspace engine. It's not new, it's revamped. These are just headlines that they're pushing out and saying for the sake of saying. Now, I hope I'm wrong. I want to say this before we continue getting this video. I really hope I'm wrong. I hope everything that I'm stating right now and that I'm going through, I would love nothing more than to come back to Call of Duty and grind and play what I used to love and what I enjoyed about the franchise the most, which was the core element of social, fun, and interactive gameplay with with friends and other people in a combat-like setting. That's what Modern Warfare was known for. That's what it will always be known for. It's just saying clickbait headline titles. And again, the problem with Call of Duty isn't even the engine. The engine isn't our problem. Our problem is skill-based matchmaking, lobby breakups, the lack of social features, the fact that prestiges were taken out of most of these Call of Duties that have came out, the lack of customization with characters, and the level ups that you get when you get to, let's say, 8th prestige. What do you get for 8th prestige? Do we get a new camo? I don't know if you guys remember, but in Black Ops 1, when you got the 13th or 14th prestige, you got a camo. You got to unlock gold camo. So there was a reason to want to be Master Prestige, because you knew if you had gold camo or there was a gold gun lying around, there was a high prestige guy in the lobby, or that he really worked hard to get this camo. Nowadays, it's all about buying things, paying for, gunsmith classes instead of ranking up the actual gun for a gunsmith. And so those are the problems that Call of Duty has suffered from in these last couple months, in these last couple years, that I really don't see anything here that changes that. And let me tell you guys this, you've probably heard me say this. If you guys haven't checked out this video about me breaking my Call of Duty addiction, I'll leave that in the link in the description below. But when I finally decided to give up Call of Duty and say, look, this is not sustainable, I can't keep playing this, not only for my mental health and me as a person. I can't keep playing this even on the channel, because it's not something that's even remotely good, and I'm going against everything that this channel and I stand for in terms of principles and gaming community stuff, and setting morals and ethics of the gaming community. I had to leave primarily because these guys were engineering. And if you guys haven't, look this up. It's all over the internet. They were creating safe spaces for newer players to come in and for them to be successful at. This significantly lowered the skill gap. And don't get me wrong, Call of Duty's always been an arcadey casual shooter, but it's significantly, oh my god, dude, I'm getting stressed out. I feel like I'm going back 3 years. I feel like I've grown so much, and just having to go back and talk about Call of Duty just gives me a headache, man. It's like an ex that you used to date coming back into your life and then saying, hey, everything's fine. You want to start talking again? No. Look, I know there's a lot of people out in the world who just like to be negative for no reason, and I'm not one of those people. If you guys know this channel, you know this channel has always been predicated on positive, loving games, but when I need to rip a game and when I need to tear up developers and get in their ass, I will. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm not falling for this hype. I'm not getting into this hype. I'm still upset that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered multiplayer hasn't been out yet, and that they're somehow trying to merge Modern Warfare 2's maps, Favela and High Rise and all that, into this Modern Warfare 2 to call it a new game. And not only just a new game, but a worse version of the game we already got. Literally all they would have to do is create a single player campaign, focus on Warzone, and just remaster the multiplayer of Modern Warfare 2 exactly, with everything in it, pretty much the exact same version, just with, noob tube fixing, commando lunge fixing, and stuff like that, and call it a day. But I promise you they will not. They will not do that. They will not take off skill-based matchmaking. That won't be a thing. They won't drop a league play probably for 6 months into the game. And then on top of that, they're going to push this narrative that it's a new engine, when in reality, it probably isn't. It's probably just a revamped engine from earlier in Call of Duty's life cycle. The same engine that we've been on for the longest time. I mean, shit, since I can remember. Look, I would love to be wrong. I really would. But like I said, I've been doing this with Call of Duty for, what, 15 years now, right? Yeah, 15, 16 years now. I know how these people operate. I'm not dumb. I'm not falling for it. I don't think you should be dumb, and you should follow for it, which is why I make this video. Again, come to your own conclusions. Believe what you want to believe. It's a video game at the end of the day. However, I know Infinity Ward and Activision are some of the scummiest people in the world. of the world, whatever you want to call it, and I don't trust them. I never have trusted them. This is not the Infinity Ward that we know and love that made the old Modern Warfares. This is the new Infinity Ward, the Dorfare, Modern Dorfare, as we like to call that game. It's those developers. So please don't get your hypes up for all of this. And for all these YouTubers out here clickbaiting you, telling you it's going to be the same way, I'm just, look, hey, form your own opinions. You're pretty much just, you're on the rat wheel. You're on the rat wheel. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. We got some Elden Ring patient impressions. I guess you could say, you know, I look into it before we get to play this game. I'm super excited for it. It comes out on my birthday. What a great way to celebrate your birthday with a nice game that some people are calling arguably the greatest game of all time. I'm really excited for that. Cyberpunk 2077 patch 1.5 review will be out tomorrow. Hopefully I can get that up in a timely fashion for you guys so you can enjoy that. And then we'll go into some Apex, talk about some things with the season, and we'll get into that later on in the weekend. As always, bless up, God bless. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one. They really think they're just gonna sit here, make a Modern Warfare 2, and ignore us like we didn't know that they didn't remaster the old one. What the fuck?